Hi, welcome back. So this is process video number 2 for the April Build-A-Page. Now, the one piece of paper from this kit that I need to use is this one here. This one is the one that came with my Not Just for Boys Kit Club kit. So my intention is to be able to use all of the papers that came with that kit. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do for this one, I want to use this as my background, and I'm going to cut this paper on the diagonal, and then I want to take this paper and maybe cut like a small, like a banner coming across, and then mat the photo on that. So it's going to be at least maybe 6.5 inches wide, and then make it a banner on the diagonal. So that's where I'm counting with. And for this, my goal is to cut into each of the papers. It doesn't have to be whole 100% used up, but at least cut into. And again, with me carrying them everything over to the next page, that works. So I have all the embellishments that I put in with this kit. And then what I'm also carrying over are these here. And what I may do is go ahead and take this paper and mat it so I can bring those colors in. I'm not quite sure. But this is all being brought in to now this layout that I have the ability, if I want, to pull these in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to go ahead and cut the animal print down on a diagonal, and then I'm going to make a banner. And what I may do is also cut this one in a diagonal, and then get a piece of just white cardstock or a piece of paper that I don't care for out of a paper pad, and I'll build my background on that. That way I'm not wasting, a full sheet of paper for a color that I do love. So let me put you on pause, and I'll be back in a moment with the rest of, or with it put together, and we'll embellish. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I cut my papers on the diagonal, and I did mat it on a piece of paper that I don't care for. This came from Monterey Luxe, which is from Craftsmith. That was probably one of the hot buys. So I don't mind using it. To me, it's actually cheaper than going and buying regular cardstock and covering it up, to use the papers that you don't care for necessarily that come with the paper pads. So I went ahead and bannered the paper that came in the kit, and then I took the 2 leftover pieces that were cut at 3 by 8 from the previous page yesterday, and I bannered those as well. I did go and put Distress ink and walnut stain around all the edges, and then I did have pulled in this die cut that said, "Oh boy, I've got joy," and it really describes Elsie and being able to hold the baby. She was just over the moon, and once she got a hold of him, she wasn't letting him go. So now I just need to decorate and see what I want to put in here. Like I could do Best Kid. I do kind of like this bear that says hello, because it was kind of like her meeting him. But I think what I want to do is cut around the scallops and not use that big white border that came with it. So I'm just going to quickly fussy cut and give it I think the scallop shape gives it a little bit more interest than just the circular white shape. And so really, anytime that you have like cut aparts or embellishments that come in, cut them and change them to suit what works for you. So in this case, the big circular element is not going to work, but I think the little scalloped edge will. And so I'm just going to alter it a little bit. And that's a really cute, neat way to use your embellishments. Don't just not use it because it's not quite right. If you can cut it apart, take a layer off of it, whatever you need that's not working for your layout, then you're getting it on the layout. And sometimes by cutting them, you can actually stretch it to 2 layouts. So I'm almost done here. But I think this will be cute because with COVID, this was the first time that the extended family really got to meet Carter, and they had been in their quarantine little group and we had been in ours. So we're real careful about, you know, like who we were around. This is still family. And so, you know, there wasn't a problem with her holding him. They had been all working or schooling from home, and through lockdown and stuff hadn't been seeing anybody either. So I think this will be cute because it's just basically showing that she said hello to him. And kind of like the baby boy to kind of build off the bottom. There is a little butterfly that I could have. And I could throw the little banner down there. And it's funny how you can all of a sudden get, once you start, you can kind of easily fit things in. And I kind of like this with Snuggle Time, because she really did snuggle on him. Kind of have it go over the picture a little bit. And what else can we put in here? Kind of like the heart. And I had this peekaboo, but with this over here, I think it's too many words. So I'm going to carry that one over. Now I do have the bear. So what could I do? Now if I pulled this over more like this, I could do Snuggle Time and have the bear there. Or don't force it. I mean, it's cute like it is. I don't have to add embellishments for the sake of adding embellishments. And I think that's another important thing to remember. All right, let me see here. Do the double hearts. That's kind of cute. And I do have some stars. So I could add a star up here. I could add another star here. And then I could add a star like over in here. So let me go ahead and put you on pause. And I'm going to glue this stuff down and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so I went ahead and glued everything down. I had the butterfly kind of run off the page and I trimmed that off. And then I just kind of put everything where it was. The only other thing that I did add after I put Snuggle Time down is I ended up putting their names, Elsie and Carter, which gave me a little bit of a gap. And so I was able to go and put the puffy rainbow on and also the die cut little bird. So now I've got my kind of my 3 clusters going, and I'll just write a little something down here about, you know, the fact that they were snuggling together when they first met. So I'm going to call this one done. Now for carryovers, I'm still carrying over the 2 pieces of paper from the first layout. I have a little bit of the brown from when I cut this down. This is what I have left of the yellow from matting the photo and doing the diagonal. I still have the other half of the diagonal of the animal print or the animal paper, and then a bigger piece of the, which is probably like 5.5 of the gingham. So these will carry over as scraps to the other page. In addition, what will carry over is the little bear and the bow, the little star, the Oh Darling, Dreams, Sweet Baby, Wonder, Best Kid, Little One, Be Brave, the 2 cut apart cards, and the wood veneer bow. So those will go over to the next page that we'll do tomorrow and see if we can get them on. And again, I think I'm going to call this one done. So I want to thank you for stopping by, and we will see you tomorrow for the 3rd process video for our Build-A-Page in April. Thanks.